Hey everybody! Today I wanted to show you all of the free comics that I got from Halloween Comic Fest. We have 2 comics from Marvel. We have some Halloween choices. Rachel Rising, a Resident Evil comic. Grim Fairy Tales. Afterlife with Archie. We have a My Little Pony comic. And from DC, we have a Scooby-Doo Batman team-up and Legends of the Dark Knight. So I'm going to flip through these comics with you and show you some of the pictures and talk about them with you. So I hope that you enjoy. Okay, we're going to begin with the non-Halloween comics first from Marvel. So first we have a few short stories from Marvel Comics. And it says, this month, the Human Torch, the Angel, Submariner, and Masked Raider. And I'm not sure if those were all included in the original issue, but in this one we get a story about the Human Torch, as we see here, and Submariner, who is Namor. Also, it says, featuring Gazar, the great 12 pages of jungle adventure. And it doesn't include that either. These are older stories. They were originally published in 1939. And I really enjoy reading older comics because you never know where the stories are going to go. This one starts out as them dealing with what to do with the Human Torch, and then a criminal tries to use him for his own good. And as you can see, you can't quite control the Human Torch. So again, I really do enjoy reading older stories. And he isn't quite a hero. Same with Namor. He has a hatred for humans. So another older story. And again, these older stories are very funny because you never know what's going to happen. And this one, Namor goes and destroys a lighthouse. Again, just because he hates humans. So, an interesting choice for a free Halloween comic. Our other comic from Marvel is an issue from 1984. And I've been into reading a lot of things from the 80s recently. I don't know why. I like it because it's very bright and colorful. And I just like the devices they used. As you can see, here are all the characters that are in this story. And this is a very big story with lots of characters, as you can see. There's the Avengers and the X-Men and Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four. They need everybody. And it's issue number 1 in Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. So this is a very big story about the fate of the universe is in danger, so of course all the superheroes are needed. Let's see if we can name everybody. They call her Captain Marvel, so that's who she is. We've got Storm, Captain America, Richard Reed, the Wasp, in a pretty ugly costume, Cyclops, the Hulk, Professor X, Wolverine, Thor, the Thing, Spider-Man, Magneto, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Nightcrawler, and I just cannot remember his name right now for some reason. His superhero name. I can only think of his normal name. And Lockheed. And up top, we have the Human Torch making another appearance, and Iron Man. There they are again. And here the villains make an appearance as well. We have Galactus, the Sorceress from Thor, Ultron. I don't know who those guys are. Dr. Doom, Dr. Octopus, and Kang, or Kong, however you pronounce his name. And you know what totally brings you out of this 80s comic? A commercial. Well, not a commercial, an ad. I hate this. I feel like you're back in the 80s, and then you see something that's just total present day. It really ruins it for you. So as you can see, this is a cosmic story. Here we have Ultron, who we just saw in the Avengers trailer. And he was very dark in that trailer. And listen to what he says here. He says, "I am Ultron. I do not understand the events transpiring. I do not understand how I came to be resurrected, nor how I came to be here. Nothing computes." They need Galactus to help fight. You know they're in trouble. we're gonna look at some Halloween comics, and to set the mood, I wanted to light a candle, and I only have a pink candle, so it's not very Halloween. Neither is my setup here. I'm just noticing, so I apologize. First is Rachel Rising, and I have never heard anything about this comic, but I can assume it's about Rachel rising from the dead. Death is not the worst thing that can happen to you. We have black and white pictures, and our pages are very papery. They're not glossy at all. Just have a story with pictures so far. So, not much happened in this comic. But it was a good one to put out for Halloween. And I have been reading, I feel like, a lot of stories about death and people coming back from the dead. So it's been a relevant theme that I've been seeing lately. And here are all the other books. And I have to say, I'm not intrigued enough to check them out. Resident Evil. This looks nice and gory for Halloween. And I'm not very familiar with the Resident Evil brand, so I thought maybe this comic would enlighten me. Again, another black and white. Not going to lie, it had a good ending. Alright, this next one I was pretty excited to get. And that's because whenever I go into my comic shop, I'm always very intrigued by these books. I absolutely love anything that has to do with fairy fairy tales and fairy tale characters. And the covers always have these, obviously you can see these gorgeous women on them. But I almost feel like they can't be good because it's a gimmick to get you to read them so that the writing or the story may not be too good. But I really am tempted to check it out, and one day I probably will pick up a book if it's on sale. I don't know if that's sad that I think it has to be bad because of the artwork, but it's just very gimmicky, I guess I would say. I don't know what to call it. But if anyone has read any of it, you should let me know if it's any good. This one was pretty interesting because it was a story that is kind of like an urban legend or a famous myth, and I am obsessed with any of those stories. This one has to do with the monkey's paw, if you've heard of that. So here we see the art is, it's not bad, but it's not great either. And so, again, this story with the monkey's paw brings up death and people coming back to life and wishing for something and not quite getting exactly what you expected. I'm currently reading The Pet Cemetery, so that's about lots of things coming back to life. Well, not lots of things, but things coming back to life. So here we have a woman who wishes her son back to life with the monkey's paw. It's not a very good idea. And I just really enjoy stories like these that kind of tell a moral, but in a pretty dark way. I wouldn't even touch that to make a wish. I would stay far away. Here I love because they're just having a conversation. She's like ripping somebody's stuff out. So, a great little Halloween story. This one's pretty thick too. Next, look at a few kids' comics. We have My Little Pony. I just love My Little Pony. I love everything about it, really, especially the artwork. And if I was a gazillionaire, I would definitely buy children's comics. But I can barely afford my own, so. Here we have our villain of the story, or our not-so-villain, whatever you'd like to think. And the art is just very bright and colorful and bold. It's really hard not to like it. So this guy, he basically like mismatches everything, mixes up everything, and he turns the apples into different flavors. And I think he turns this one into caramel butterscotch. And I don't even like caramel or butterscotch, but I would want to try that apple. And I love Apple Blossom. She's just so cute. And I love this. We have the ponies talking, and you see him listening in the background, and then he slithers over to the other side. He's coming up with a plan. Here they are, ice skating, playing football. Oh, and I love this. We have them in their yellow pony ready, orange pony ready, and then mega pony ready. And then when you look down here, you see the monster. Oh, sucking on them. They said, hey, no fair, we weren't ready yet. How cute is that? So they have My Little Pony Friends Forever and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony Ponytails. So they do have lots of options. We have a Scooby-Doo team-up featuring Batman and Robin. How exciting. Two very beloved characters. Scooby-Doo has a very special place in my heart. As a child, I loved mysteries. And so this was a big part of my early childhood. I just loved guessing and solving the crime along with the characters. Let's see, Batman. So in this issue, they're fighting a man-bat. And I love it because Shaggy's like, oh, Batman's not a menace. Confusing man-bat with Batman. And if a man who turned himself into a bat isn't a crime for Scooby-Doo and Batman, I don't know what is. And the artwork is great. The characters look just like they always do. I absolutely love Thelma. She's my favorite. And I'm really trying not to get the glare for this one. Batman mask. Here's the easiest Batman quiz you will ever take. Oh, these are all so cute. But I'm really glad to know that Scooby-Doo has been going for so long. Scooby-Doo started in the 60s or the 70s, so it's been a classic for quite some time. Name that tiny titan. We have Starfire, Beast Boy. I'm not quite sure who she is. Wonder Girl, Superboy, Robin, and he sang It's Boy Wonder. Raven, Batgirl, and she's so cute. They're all really cute, but she's super cute. Aqualad, Supergirl, Cyborg, Kid Flash, and around him it's saying, run, 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 run. And I'm not sure who she is either. I'm sure those are characters that are in the comic. Teen Titans word search. I'm really excited for this game. I am absolutely obsessed with the Lego video games. Well, not obsessed, but I like to play them. And I don't play a lot of video games these days, but I am sure to play the Lego games. And it looks like that Batman 3 is going to include the Justice League beyond Gotham. So Batman's involvement as leader in the Justice League. I like that they're including Martian Manhunter. I hate when they don't include him. He's one of my favorites. And of course I love Wonder Woman. So I like how DC had a kids and an adult. And notice how they both feature Batman. So this is the first issue from Legends of the Dark Knight. So they gave us something new and something Halloween. Very exciting. This one is by Jeff Loeb, who wrote The Long Halloween and Hush. And the artist in The Long Halloween was Tim Sale as well. So the artwork is very dark if you haven't seen it before. I really did enjoy aspects of The Long Halloween. Here we have the Scarecrow, one of my favorite Batman villains. Well, I like all the Batman villains, so. It's like a perfect Batman Halloween picture. If I had to give this story a nickname, it would be Batman Just Wants to Go to Sleep. Here we have some graphic novels from 75 years of Batman. Let's see what they tell us. And I have read all of these except for Batman Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison. And the only reason I haven't read it is because it's not at my library. I've been able to read all of these other stories at my library. And I've been able to read this one because I bought it. And I bought it because I wasn't able to find it at my library. So I swear that there is just a Batman fan in charge of picking out the books at my library because I've been able to read all of these. Again, we have The Long Halloween and Hush were written by Jeff Loeb, and I like them because they're both mysteries. Many people love this story, but I absolutely despise it. We have some origin stories. These are both really good. And this is what's being written in the new continuity, which is very good as well. This introduces Damian Wayne, and this takes a look at our older Batman. Pretty good recommendations. Okay, I had to save my favorite for last. So excited when I heard about Afterlife with Archie. However, I never like to buy anything unless I'm super positive. And if I wasn't already thinking about it, after reading this, I now am really sure that I want to read it. It's just right up my alley. I love it. Got black and white illustrations. And we have Sabrina Spellman as well. And the story, of course, is about necromancy, bringing a dog back from the dead. What are the chances? We have Betty and Veronica. When this ended, I was so mad, but I knew that I was glad that I read it because I now know how much I'm going to enjoy the book, which I definitely will be getting eventually. But this was perfect because it was for Halloween, and it definitely showed me something that I needed to check out. Out of all the comics, it was the only one that would convince me to actually buy something. And not only do I want to buy the Afterlife with Archie, but I want to buy the Sabrina as well. I'm so excited. And again, when I heard about this, on the blogs and online, I thought it sounded great and up my alley. And then I liked, once I read it and could get a little taste, I knew that this is perfect for me. Here it is. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Available at comic shops everywhere. And I'm going to wait until later in the run so I could buy a trade. I don't buy the monthly issues. So I'm definitely excited that I not only got all these great free comics, but I got 2 recommendations. The Grimm Fairy Tales was just not quite good enough to convince me. But again, I know one day I'm going to be in my comic shop and it's going to be on sale, or I'm not going to be able to resist a certain character. You should definitely let me know if you read that one, or if you read any comics that you think I should check out. If you can tell if you like the stuff that I do. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you have a great Halloween. A little bonus, actually, I wanted to show you. Boom Studios gave just out a little book, and they had a story from Adventure Time. There's Finn and Jake and Princess Bubblegum. And then you have some classic Peanuts. So again, thank you for watching. I apologize if the video or the audio isn't as up to par as it should be. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video.